In this video, we are going to study Act 3, Scene 4. The scene takes place in Belmont, so we are again in Belmont, a room in Portia's house. The characters are Portia, Nerissa, Lorenzo, Jessica and Balthazar. We already know that Bassanio has left with Gratiano for Venice. Lorenzo is speaking to Portia and he is praising Portia about her nobility. You have a noble and true conceit, and about her understanding. And he says, although I speak, he has no hesitation in speaking in Portia's presence. And he says that Portia has good understanding, true conceit. She is noble and she has good understanding of what? Understanding of God-like amity. God-like amity, the spiritual friendship, which appears most strongly in bearing thus the absence of your Lord. And your nobility and your understanding appears in, again, what? Your bearing ability. You are bearing the absence of your Lord. Because she is sending Bassanio to Venice. So he is praising this quality also of Portia. So we have Lorenzo here who is praising Portia, her nobility and to understand God-like amity, and which appears most strongly in this. Now, children, here she is compared to Antonio. Because in the next lines, he is praising Antonio. He says, but if you knew to whom you show this honor, how to a gentleman you send relief, how dear lover of my lord, your husband, and I know you would be prouder of the work than customary bounty can enforce you. So praising Antonio, he is telling Portia that if she knew to whom he has shown this honor of sending the husband for help, how true a gentleman you send relief, how true a good man that person is. He's talking about Antonio, to whom the help has been sent by you. How dear a lover of my lord. Here lover means a true friend of my lord. My lord means here my lord of your husband. Your husband again, Bassanio. I know you would be prouder of the work than customary bounty. Usually she is doing the acts of generosity. Customary bounty, usual acts of generosity. But this is more valuable. Okay, you would be prouder of the work, but this is more valuable, which will make you prouder. Portia speaks by saying that I never did repent for doing good. She explains that she never regrets. Okay, she has never regretted. Did repent, never regretted for having done a good deed. Nor shall not now, and neither, nor not, it will be neither. She repent now. For in companions means here the friendship that do converse and waste the time together. Because when two friends, when they talk to each other, spend their time together, here waste means spend the time together, whose souls do bear an equal yoke of love. How are the friends, true friends? Their souls bear an equal yoke of love. They are joined together by the same bond of love. So she is explaining the true meaning of friendship that she has understood. There must be needs a like proportion. If there are two good friends, they would be bound together by the same bond of love. And there would be needs a like proportion. There would be similarities. In what? The two good friends will have similarity in lineaments, manners and spirit. That means characteristics, behavior and disposition. Which makes me think that this Antonio, being the bosom lover of my lord, must needs be like my lord. So this makes her think that this Antonio, being the bosom lover, a close associate, close friend of my friend, must needs be like my husband only. So this makes me conclude that Antonio, being the dearest friend of my husband, must be like my husband. If it be so, how little is the cost I have bestowed in purchasing the semblance of my soul. So if it is so, if they are so dear to each other, if they are so alike, then this is a very small sacrifice I am making in semblance, in the for purchasing or to save the resemblance or the likeness of my soul, my husband, from out of the state of hellish cruelty, from the horrible misery. She's talking about Antonio, that Antonio, if he is just like Bassanio and is a true friend of Bassanio, that it is a very small cost that she is paying to help Bassanio come out from the hellish cruelty, from the horrible misery. This comes too near the praising of myself, therefore no more of it. Now, this sounds, she says, because she is very humble and she would and very modest. So it seems to her that it is very near like giving credit to herself. So she says, therefore she will not speak any more of it. Here other things. Now she concentrates on the other things. That shows that she has devised some plan. She has planned something to help Antonio. So now she is actually executing the plan. So she says, Lorenzo, I commit into your hands the husbandry and the manage of my house. So moving towards Lorenzo, she says, I entrust into your hands, into your care, the husbandry and the care and management of my household. Till what time? Because she is going somewhere, it seems. Until my lord Bassanio, returns. And for my own part, what will she do meanwhile? I have toward heaven breathed a secret vow. I have taken a solemn vow to live in prayer and contemplation. Only attended by Nerissa. And who will be with her? Only Nerissa. Until her husband and my lord's return. So, till the time Bassanio and my lord, her husband, Gratiano, that is Nerissa's husband, and my lord Bassanio returns. So we are going to do this. There is a monastery 2 miles away. There is a monastery, and there we will reside, we will abide, we will be there. I do desire you not to deny this imposition. And this is my wish, that you should not say no to this task, should not refuse to this task, the which my love and some necessity now lays upon you. Because of my love and my present necessity, which makes me place upon you. What is Lorenzo's reply to this? Lorenzo says, Madam, with all my heart, I shall obey you in all fair commands. I will obey your command with all my heart, wholeheartedly. Portia at this tells him that my people do already know my mind and will acknowledge you and Jessica in place of Lord Bassanio and myself, and so farewell till we shall meet again. So, she has already told her servants, people here mean servants, they already know of my mind, my intentions, and they will acknowledge you, they will accept you and Jessica in place of Lord Bassanio and me. And so farewell till we meet again. So for Lorenzo, it says fair thoughts. So Lorenzo and Jessica, they wish them good luck, and so he says, may your thoughts be pleasant and your hours pass happily. And Jessica says, I wish your ladyship all hearts content, fulfillment of your heart's desires. Portia, I thank you for your wish and well pleased to wish it back on you. I wish the same for you, and fare you well, Jessica. Jessica and Lorenzo, they leave. They leave. Now, she is left with only Nerissa and Balthazar. So next of the plan, she is very clever to divide the plan, and accordingly she is executing it. To Lorenzo and Jessica, she has given one duty. Now it is the turn of Balthazar. So she turns towards Balthazar and says, as I have ever found thee honest, true. I have always found very honest and true, trustworthy. So let me find thee still. Let me find you still in this way. Take the same letter. She gives a letter to him, and use all the endeavor of a man, and use all the endeavor as fast as you can in speed to Padua. This is the place where she is sending Balthazar. See, though, render this into my cousin's hand, Dr. Bellerio. So she wants that Balthazar should hand over this letter to in her cousin's hand. The name of the cousin is Dr. Bellerio. Now, this Dr. Bellerio is not a doctor. He is a lawyer. Okay, and look what notes and garments he doth give thee. And what is Dr. Bellerio will give? What will Dr. Bellerio give to Balthazar? He will give notes and some garments. Okay, and she want to bring them. I pray thee, I request you, with imagined speed unto the Tranect. Children, Tranect is the place of land. It's a landing place of common ferry. Okay, so there were these ferries which would transact between Venice and Belmont, okay, which trades to Venice, so which go to Venice. So Tranect is a landing place of that. So she wants Balthazar to go to Padua with this letter, okay, and she wants Balthazar to go to Dr. Bellerio, hand over the letter and bring notes and garments which he gives, and with the imagined speed, with utmost speed, and bring them and hand them over notes and garments to her at Tranect, which is a place or landing place of the common ferries which trades between Venice and Belmont. And she says, waste no time in words. We should not waste time in talking, but get thee gone. You just go from here. Hurry up. I shall be there before thee. Before you expect to see us, we will be there. So Balthazar replies, Madam, I go with all convenient speed at utmost speed as fast as I can, and he exits. Now, children, we are left only with Portia and Nerissa in the scene. So the next part of the plan, she is going to disclose to Nerissa, but that also not fully. This shows her knack of planning and her execution of planning, her intelligence. So Portia says, come on, Nerissa, I have work in hand. I have a plan in hand that you yet know not. You don't know about it. We will see our husbands before they think of us. This shows that she has planned to go to Venice to help Antonio. And of course, Antonio will not be able to see. He will see, but he will not be able to make out that it is Portia, that they are Portia and Nerissa. So Nerissa asks, she is confused. Shall they see us? Will they be able to see us? Now, children, this is very interesting, which Portia is going to tell Nerissa. She has planned to disguise as a boy. So she explains to Nerissa what are they going to do. They shall, Nerissa, they will be seeing us, Nerissa, but in such a habit, in such a disguise that they shall think we are accomplished with that, we lack. Of course, they are not men, but they will think that Portia and Nerissa are men. So qualities which they lack, but they will think they have. I will hold thee any wager. Okay, so she says, I am prepared to have any bet with you. When we are both accoutred like young men, when we are dressed like young men, I will prove the prettier fellow of the two. It seems that Portia is delighted at the prospect of disguising herself as a boy. Okay, and this you can say is sharp contrast to Jessica, who was embarrassed in disguising herself as a page boy. So now Portia says, I will prove the prettier fellow of the two. I will be more handsome of the two. I wear my dagger with my braver grace. I will wear my dagger is a small sword with braver grace, by my side, with grace, gallantly, and speak between the change of man and boy. Second thing that she will do is, next thing she will do will be speaking a voice similar to boy's voice, breaking into deeper man's voice, with a reed voice or shrill voice, and turn to mincing steps. And how will she walk? She says, I shall take one large step instead of two feminine steps. Okay, manly stride instead of two female steps that I take now. And speak of phrase. Speak of phrase. She'll speak of brave fights, like a fine bragging youth, like a boastful young man, and tell quaint lies. She will be telling elaborate lies. How honorable ladies, what lies she would say? That how honorable ladies sought my love, which I denying. When I denied the love, they sought my love, and which when I denied, they fell sick and died. So they would fall sick and die. I could not do withal, and I would wish that I could have done something, but I could do nothing for them. Then I repent on this and wish for all that I had not killed them. And I would express my sorrow and wish that I had not been the cause of their death. And 20 of these punny lies, I have such more lies with me, many credible lies, which I will tell. That men shall swear I have discontinued school. And if, when I will speak all these lies, then men will definitely believe that I have discontinued, left school about a 12 month or 1 year back only. I have within my mind 1,000 raw tricks of these bragging jacks, of boastful fellows, which I will practice. But come, I will tell thee all my whole device. She will disclose about the whole plan when they will be in a coach, which stays for us, which is waiting for them at the park gate, at the entrance gate. And therefore she tells Nerissa to haste away, to hurry up, for we must measure 20 miles today, because they have to travel 20 miles, they have to cover that particular day. So this completes Act 3, Scene 4, children. Okay, it has a very interesting theme of disguise, and we have a talk about friendship, which emerges as a very precious relationship like love here. Thank you, children.